Before you send your inventory to FBA, you must ensure that your products are correctly labeled. Here's how we recommend you do that. In this lesson, we're going to take a look at UPCs, barcodes, and labeling your products correctly for FBA. And FBA, or Fulfillment by Amazon, is of course the recommended route you take with this course. So the purpose of this lesson is to explain the definitions and differences between the following codes: barcode, UPC, ASIN, and finally the FNSKU. Many people find this a little bit confusing, and part of the problem is that sometimes a lot of these terms are used interchangeably. So what I want to do is clearly define what each one is. Plus, you'll need to understand that the way we're showing you is going to be the easiest way to have your products labeled appropriately for FBA. And as you'll come to learn over time, there might be alternate methods of labeling your product depending upon the product category you're in. But for the time being, we just want you to get set up the easiest and fastest way so you can start selling right away. So first, let's take a look at what the barcode is. And a barcode is simply a way to represent any number in the form of vertical lines of varying thickness. The code is scannable using an optical scanner. The barcode is sometimes confused or universally used to mean either the UPC or FNSKU, which we're going to cover in a moment, but it can represent either of these codes. Next is the UPC, and it stands for Universal Product Code, and it's a unique 12-digit number with a barcode used to identify a product. Most products listed on Amazon require a UPC in order to be entered into their system. You provide this number to Amazon when setting up your product in your inventory screen. And this is something we're going to cover in a later lesson. Then there's the ASIN, which is the Amazon Standard Identification Number. And each product within each Amazon market, the USA, UK, etc., will have its own unique ASIN, such as the one I'm showing here. You can also see this code in the URL for your product and in your Amazon inventory screens. Amazon automatically generates this code for you when you set up your product. Then finally there's the FNSKU, and it's an identifier used by Amazon fulfillment centers to identify each unique product. It can also be represented by a barcode. And when labeling your products for shipment to FBA, this needs to be placed on your product. And again, Amazon will automatically generate this code for you when you're setting up your product for FBA. Let's take a quick look at the FBA labeling requirements. So first off, you might want to incorporate the UPC code into the design of your packaging. Now, not all products will require this, but there's no downside to having it on your package. When you're ready to ship your products to FBA, elect to use Amazon's labeling service and have Amazon print and apply the necessary FNSKU to your products. While this process may seem a little bit like overkill, using Amazon's labeling service is only 20 cents per item, and it will ensure that your product encounters no issue. And what I would suggest is once you've been selling for a little while, you can contact Amazon and inquire as to whether or not the UPC code that is already incorporated into your product packaging will suffice without the need to apply the FNSKU sticker over it. Or, depending again on your category, you might find that it's easier to have the FNSKU incorporated into your packaging and not pay any extra labeling fees either. So let me just reiterate this. What we're showing you here is the best and fastest way to get your product into Amazon FBA fulfillment centers without encountering any problems. And again, once you've been selling for a while, you can always change this up and streamline your process. The last thing I want you to do is try and take a shortcut at the beginning, have some kind of a problem with Amazon, and having your products rejected or having to be sent back to you for a different type of a labeling. Let's just do it this way to start, get your products in, and get those products selling.